Hey guys, so welcome to lesson one of initiation. So, what I want to go into in this call is to really reiterate a bit of what I touched on in the introductory video. The idea that when we have the intention in ourselves to grow spiritually, when we set ourselves kind of a regular practice, when we bring daily, and I'm going to suggest like maybe only 10 minutes a day, if that's all that's resonating for you, if it's all you feel you can fit in your schedule. More to the point, because I know a lot of you have probably got busy lives, still living in 3D and physical reality to some degree, like with regular jobs and families and kids and husbands and wives and all that stuff that comes along with the 3D incarnation. And so what I'm going to encourage you to do in this lesson, and for the rest of your life, no pressure, but I'd really like to see you like carry this on into the rest of your life, because I understand like the positive benefits it can bring into our reality, can bring into the whole collective, not just our lives but everyone around us, like our family, our friends, and society as a whole, that bring in a regular spiritual practice into our lives. So, like I say, whether it's just 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day to begin with, and I suggest you do actually start small, because if you're like me, like, right, I'm going to meditate for 3 hours every day, and you do it for 3 days, and your mind's going crazy, and you're completely exhausted, and you can't really fit it in your schedule, so you just end up sacking it completely. So, I'd probably recommend you do actually keep it small. I'd rather you kept it small and regular, rather than like doing it in big phases. So although very like big phases of intense meditation can be very, very beneficial too, but what I really want this course to be about is bringing a regular practice, a regular spiritual practice into our lives. So I'm going to suggest some things in this first video. I'm going to suggest meditation, I'm going to suggest Tai Chi, I'm going to suggest Qigong, Qigong. I'm going to suggest pranayama, breathing exercises. I'm going to suggest yoga, but like I say, it's like what resonates for you. So I want you to really feel into like what resonates most out of these. For me, you might need to do a little bit of research if you don't know what Tai Chi is, if you don't know what Qigong is. Tai Chi, Taichi, Qigong, Qigong. I think everyone's heard of meditation and yoga these days. And so I encourage you to like just tune into it, do a bit of research on the internet. And also, I'm not going to set you a specific meditation practice at this time. We will be covering that more later in the course. I'm going to be giving specific meditations if it resonates for you as lessons and homework. But at this time, I'd really like you to just like do some research on the internet into these topics that I've given. And so your initial homework, your initial challenge, and this is spiritual practice, guys. Every time you focus your intent, you focus your consciousness on some sort of spiritual practice, you are actually raising your frequency, you're actually becoming more spiritual, you're actually going deeper into your deeper consciousness. You might feel more depressed, you might feel more anxious from time to time, because it's bringing stuff to the surface. But every time you set yourself the intent to do a spiritual practice and do take some action on it, you are actually growing spiritually. You're actually being of service to yourself, you're actually being of service to everyone you know or your friends and family, because you're raising your frequency and you're on the path to becoming more compassionate, more loving, more centered, more joyful, and more blissful, and more creative, and all these positive energies. And so initially your first spiritual practice is going to be, if it resonates, your mission, if you choose to accept this. Could that become a catchphrase of this course? Mission impossible, mission initiation. So mission initiation, your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to research meditation, research Tai Chi, research Qigong, research yoga, research pranayama, which another word for that is yogic breathing. It's breathing exercises. And whatever you come across will synchronistically be right for you, whether you YouTube search, Google search, or whatever. You will naturally synchronistically attract to you what is relevant for you. This is why I'm kind of leaving it quite open. And out of all these, the research that we do, I suggest you choose one practice: meditation, Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, pranayama, whatever it is. You choose one of those and bring it into your daily routine for at least 10, I'd say between 10 and 30 minutes a day. But keep it small, keep it something that you feel comfortable with and that you feel you can keep it in a daily practice. If you feel like you've been doing it for like 5 days or 7 days or 20 days solid and you just really need a break, that's fine. Like I'm not going to tell you, there's going to be no telling off, there's no pressure to do anything. It's like I say, follow your resonance, because it can get a bit intense, specifically if we're like new to yoga and you haven't done any exercise for like 10 years. Like, you probably don't want to be doing it. You're going to need break days, rest days. But I encourage you, to the best of your ability, if it resonates and you feel your body is comfortable with it and it's benefiting you, don't push yourself beyond the limit where you feel like you're having a negative impact, obviously. So I'm going to suggest, but perhaps like 10 minutes, and like Tai Chi and Qigong are much lighter on the system, so it's going to be much easier to incorporate those into a routine every day. So I'm not going to say anything about meditation. I was going to get carried away then, but I encourage you to try and bring in like a regular practice the majority of the days of the week, if not every day of the week, for 10 minutes of the day in one of these areas I have invited you to research. If it resonates, Shivai. See you in the next lesson, guys.